Welcome to Lucifer Raceway. We are going to do something that we normally do not do that often. I'm not a scenery guy. I build tracks. I like to tune cars and I like to race them. But I've seen all the funny and beautiful scenery that people have done, and I've seen the live that Magnetic Racing have done, and I've seen Hugh's slot car adventures, all this cool stuff that he's doing. And now finally, when they released the Carrera Digital Power Base cover, I decided, oh, let's give it a try. And so it looks so easy when Husey does it, or when Ian or Doug are doing it on their own YouTube channel. And so I thought, well, let's call their bluff and see how it goes. So I ordered the new Carrera Digital Power Base cover, and I ordered the smartphone holder gantry for holding an iPhone like this. Today I'm using just a regular like a photo, like a camera stand to hold my iPhone whenever I'm running the track analog. So because I need to have this the camera to optically read when the car is passing for track times. So I bought this nice gantry, and I'm going to put that towards the end of the goal straight, and where we can track our times. So we got that, and of course the guys, Doug and Ian, were fantastic to me. Maybe they were trying to butter me up, since I'm I have not been buying their stuff. So I also got a couple of extras, which was absolutely not needed. But I did get a golf sign and a Magnetic Racing billboard. So here are the empty shells of that, and the parts are all over here. I'm putting them in piles, like here all the parts that I want to have white, and here are all the silvery parts, black parts, blue parts, orange parts. And so I'm going to continue on that in that way. Just put all the parts that needs to be spray painted in piles, and then I can do one color at a time. And so let's see how this goes. It's surprisingly easy. I mean, they come in these pre-cut laser cut MDF part, and there's a very small piece that's actually holding it to the rest of the frame. So you get these out, and it leaves just a little bit of a thingy over there. You can either use an X-Acto knife to kind of carve it, but I don't like that so much, because there's a risk that you cut it too much. So I have this kind of deburring tool, and it's really easy to deburr and get rid of all these small uneven teeth. And I use this mainly for when I'm correcting like 3D prints, and it's very useful. You buy them on Amazon, fairly cheap deburring tool. So with that, I have much more control over what I'm cutting away, and there's less risk of cutting too big of a piece like I would do with an X-Acto knife. And then that's done. Here's another piece that will be silver, so I put it in the silver pile. And I got this is for the smartphone gantry holder, and this is the one for the Carrera Digital cover base. So basically this is going to cover this part here and create a gantry going out looking all fantastic. So it's going to hide kind of this. I see something. Will this axle box be a problem? Nah, we'll solve it. I'll just get another piece in here and can move it all in this direction. But anyway, it's going to cover this. But most importantly, I want this so I can get rid of that ugly thingy there. So, off to the next stage. All right, stage 2. After we have taken all the parts away from their sheets and burred them, it's time for painting. And I'm doing that by my little crawler track. And what I have done is I've taken some of the boxes that I have left over, and I've taken the parts, put them on some masking tape, and I just mark the box. Well, I paint silver here, and I guess I paint white. Then I've taped all the parts that needs to be white here, and here are the orange parts and one part that will be black. I'm also using this one for the blue parts of the Tigul sign, or maybe it should be Gulf. Well, hopefully we'll get it right. So now all I need to do is take a respective spray can, spray them, turn them over, and spray the other side. And I do 2 thin coats on each side. And very important when you're working with cans like this is you have a spare empty can or empty box. Then you can just turn it upside down and empty the paint, so there's only air in the tube. It will last a lot longer. And after this is done, we will start assembly. So I'm not going to bore you with the spraying part, because I need to have gloves and mask and no cameras. See ya. All right, so now we have all the different pieces taken off the cardboard with the masking tape underneath to keep the pieces in place, and they're all painted. So now all we need to do is put it all together and see how it looks. Well, there we go. A couple of cans of paint and some super glue. And my fingers, they're not stuck. So we got magnetic racing billboard, and we got ourselves a golf billboard. Motorsports can be dangerous. Yes, can do. So I have actually managed to do these 2 simple ones, and next in line will be the gantry for the smartphone. That'll be a bit tougher, and we do that before we get to the control unit gantry. All right, time to build a replacement for this little ugly non-racing thing. And we got all the parts right here, all painted and done. And I don't know, I thought it would be higher, but I guess you just put the phone on top of the pile here and everything is good. Now let's see what we can do, if we can make a phone gantry out of this. All right, so we have now cut out the small pieces, we have painted them, and we have glued them together. So let's take a look at the 4 items and comment around them. So first of all, we have here the Gulf sign, which I really like. It's vibrant with colors. That one will live here on the track. And then we have here we have a billboard with magnetic racing. Of course, we need to have them here represented on our track, considering how much they support the hobby. And I must say thank you, Ian and Doug, for not only great products that even a bozo like me, who can't read instructions and can't do stuff, actually managed to put them together. I don't know what I was afraid of. So that's the billboard, and I recommend, if you're new to this, start with something simple like billboards or something like that, because it's good to get the jinx of it. But then we have this guy, the iPhone holder for my when I'm driving in analog cars. And as you can see, let's see if we can get a picture without any reflections. See, I have the sensors here. So see, it's making interesting. It actually works. I did mess up. It's not supposed to look like this. It's upside down because I put this one in. Whoa, upside down. So it was all glued together before I realized it. Since the iPhone has its lenses over here. I'm triggering the sensor. So yeah. So that I messed up. That's but I just flipped it around so I can move it away, move it around, and take it off. Maybe I just need to buy a new one and make a new cradle for this one. But besides that, I think it turned out pretty good. Some interesting details like the sign "Danger, do not climb." I still need to think if I should put in LEDs here or if I should just paint them with the 4 red ones and the green. But yeah, I don't know. So that's that one. And then we have the masterpiece, the CU unit cover. I put the sticker on that little box with the 2 modules. But yeah, it fits easily together with an axle box. There's no problem at all. There's room for it. It's sturdy. And well, there's me taking pictures. And I think got a really nice view. It looks much better with this one. So thank you, Shane at Hughes Garage Slot Car Adventures. Great design together with the magnetic racing guys, Ian and Doug. So I think it's a great upgrade. If you have Carrera, I think this is something you should do. You should get. But let's see what we can do. We can get this one to trigger. Take a couple of slow laps. Yeah, it's registering. It's all working. I'm so happy. Cool. Much cooler than an iPhone holder. Looks like a camera stand. This one looks more racy on the track. So probably not the last magnetic racing model that I will do. It was definitely the first. And I think any tips for first timers: be patient, read the instructions, and try the pieces on before you glue it. They say that on the instructions several times, but of course I did not do that. But that's my own fault. So, but even me, who's totally incompetent in modeling and so forth, if I can put this together, I would say anyone can do it. Really cool. Off we go. And now let's do some racing. Bye.